Hello everyone, it's Christy here. What a lovely morning again. I am on my hike. Look at all the flowers. These are so beautiful. Look at that one. I hope you're doing well wherever you're at watching. I have been feeling low lately, honestly speaking, but the grace of God always shows us that there is always more things to be grateful for, and I see that I am alive and I am very healthy. I am right here in the path to my grandma's house site before, where I have my off-grid hut. It's not done yet, but it's getting there. This is about almost 1.5 miles from down the road from the highway, and it's just all mountains. There's no neighbors, no people up here, and this used to be my playground. And back in the day, when I was just a little girl, 6 years old, I would love to climb up here, even by myself. And if you don't know my story, I was born here in the Philippines, in northern Cebu, Philippines, and I'm the oldest of 8 siblings. My parents were sugarcane farm workers. They're pretty much laborers, and very simple living. And I grew up working in the sugarcane farm as well, and my grandma lived up here by herself, just by herself. And my parents were down at the road, 1.5 miles away from this mountain, and there you go. It's so scenic up here, it's so beautiful. And growing up, I wanted to get out of poverty, and so with scholarships from schools, I got a degree in elementary education, and I also worked as an ESL teacher. So I'm a teacher by profession. I worked as an ESL teacher, private school teacher, and I ended up in working for this international company here in Cebu, and I met my husband, my ex-husband. So we were both English teachers, and then we moved to Thailand and teach English there as well. And he took me to the United States back in 2011. So in the US, we were farmers. I did some waitressing job, and I did home care jobs, all sorts of jobs. I even worked carpentry jobs, and I painted houses, cleaned hotels, and after that we became farmers. We got a grant from the government. Well, we borrowed money from the government. We got approved to start an apple farm and vegetable farm. So we did that in 2012 to 2019. Now, because I'm from the Philippines, we vacation here, and when pandemic happened, we were here and we could not fly back. So that would mean that we could not till our farm, we could not plant, we could not do the seeding, because it was just a small family farm. So we had a farm stand off of M72 in Empire, Michigan, where the Sleeping Bear Dunes National Park is. And You know, it was a very rewarding, fulfilling job, but it was very physical. It needs a lot of labor because we have an vegetable stand, and we also cater to restaurants and grocery stores. So that was, I'm gonna sit here for a while and talk. So that was my story back in the US. We lived in a barn in the farm, and we didn't have much. We had a simple car, a simple truck, and we did not have an extravagant living. We were very simple because when we went back to the US, we started from scratch. And because of the pandemic, we got stuck here in the Philippines and we could not go back. So we were forced to sell everything back there. And I have not been back to the US since November 2019. So I've been here in the Philippines for 5 years now, and it's pretty crazy because I was a permanent resident. Now I'm sort of abandoning my resident, but I have two American children. I have my daughter Sophia, who's 9 years old, and a boy TJ, who's 6 years old, and they're studying here. And then during the pandemic, my husband and I had a fallout on our relationship and our marriage, and we decided to separate. Now I have a new partner who's also got two sons, and life to me has been very unpredictable, and it took a lot of courage for me to just accept it and live with it. And now I'm actually not in a very good financial situation. So, but I'm gonna try and stick it here because the option of me going back to the US is not possible because my ex would not go back to the US, and he intentionally want to stay here in the Philippines for a long period of time, and he did not want me to bring the kids back. So I had no option but to stay, and that cost me my financial living. So I'm just here making ends meet. I'm actually networking for the last 5 years, and it has not been very successful. I had a lot of financial setbacks with that because, you know, some companies just shut down on us, and some companies I invested in just did not work, and it pretty much used up all of the money. But when our farms was sold, we paid the government in the US, and I have a couple houses here that we could probably sell, and I've been wanting to sell so that me and my ex could split it and I could start a new life. And in the meantime, I'm living with my new partner who's got a little house, and now I'm building a, you know, an off-grid place up here in the mountains because this is just such a beautiful place. And when my ex-husband took me to the US, he took me to Colorado, in Leadville, Colorado. That's where I learned my first skiing in Ski Cooper, actually, in the Vail, Colorado area. He had an off-grid home there, and he had solar, and it was a tiny, I believe it was a 16 by 14 or whatever is legal. And then he had a deep well. Everything was really off-grid there. And at that time, I was not very, you know, I did not have quite a deep understanding about why people want to live off-grid and why they choose to do that. And now I got an awakening. And actually in 2018, that was my first time of awakening. And when I was in the farm still, before we came here in the Philippines, I asked myself, do I want to be a farmer for the rest of my life? And the answer was no. And so I said to myself, what am I gonna do? I'm a teacher by profession, and I don't have the heart to teach academically. So I asked myself, what am I going to do now? And if I'm not gonna be farming for the rest of my life. And so interestingly, I bumped into an online ad, and that opened my mind into online networking or digital marketing. And I had a lot of trainings. I was trained to become a business coach, and then I expanded my horizon, and I got inspired to take up life coaching, mindfulness coaching, meditation, all of those, and I just fell in love with it. So for the last 5 years, I've been practicing meditation, mindfulness, awareness, all that, and I've been really expanding my knowledge on that. And I'm just so immersed in that now that, you know, I do it every day. I journal. I also took up journal therapy coaching, and it's just so amazing. And that's just what gets me excited right now. And especially um, now that I'm learning so much from my virtual coaches and spiritual coaches online and YouTube. I'm just so inspired and in awe of how many people are there across the globe who are doing the same thing, who are trying to live a more fulfilling and peaceful life by just simply living off grid or living a simple life and away from the noise and the hustle and bustle of the city. And I'm just grateful to have come here at this point in my life, though I am at the point of actually simplifying things, getting rid of all the properties that I have, and paying off my debts, my credit card debts, and all other debts that I have. And so um, it's an exciting point in my life. At the same time, it's very uncertain, unpredictable, but you know, I trust God. I know that there is a greater power beyond our comprehension, and I believe that all these things that are happening right now is for a greater purpose. And I'm just grateful to be able to share this with you, and I'm gonna continue walking here. um, the sun is coming up, and it's 8:30 in the morning here, January 4th. And just wanted to, yeah, to share this as part of my life with you. And my parents actually think that I'm crazy because I'm doing this. This is, everybody left this area, left this mountain for the reason that there's no road. But we took our motorcycle up here. We went through the other direction, and to me, it's a place that I want to cultivate. I started planting coconut trees up here, fruit trees, avocado, mangoes, bananas, and I planted some vegetables. But we're not full-time here because I still have my young children, you know, on the weekends with me because they're going to school where their daddy is. We have a house there that my ex is actually renting from me full-time, and the kids school are there, so they're closer to their dad. So I get to have my kids on the weekends, and when there's no classes, you know, I get to have them more. So we're sort of in agreement there, and we're peaceful and we're sports. So I'm still very grateful for the situation, however it ended. But yeah, anyways, moving forward, this is where I am right now. And I don't know if I'm gonna be back to the US anytime soon, but my kids are dual citizens. Look at this amazing view, guys. This is where I want to live. And it may sound crazy, but it's a lot of work, but I'm getting my exercise. I'm far from the busy highways, and it's really, really healing up here. That's the most amazing part of it. And I'm just grateful to be able to share this with you guys. And such a beautiful, beautiful place up here. I'm gonna go here, and I will show you the other side of the hill. Here you go. I hope I have enough storage in my phone. But guys, look at this. Look at this view. I mean, I think this is so magical. Look, guys. Look where I am. So look at this. This is just so stunning. Look, guys. Look at that. That's the west side of the mountain. And on the east side, there you can see a glimpse of the ocean as well. That's the ocean there. But this is my hometown. That is my hometown, everybody. And I grew up here. I was born up here. And I'm back. So in this section here, there you go, guys. There, that hill over there, that's where my hut is. That bushy hill in the middle right there, that's where my hut is. That's where my grandma used to live. And that's the ocean view. Isn't that spectacular, everyone? I'm so happy to be able to share this moment with you all. And yeah, so that's my journey for now. And I hope that I can continue to share this with you all. And I hope that you're having a fantastic, fantastic day wherever you're at in the globe. And see you soon. I hope you will subscribe on my channel and hit the like button and, you know, comment in the comment section and we'll talk. Thank you guys so much for watching.